The healing power of onions, history, science, and everyday wisdom. Before science had a name, wisdom was passed through taste, touch, and tradition. What if the smallest things in our kitchen hold the oldest secrets of healing? There's something deeply satisfying about peeling back the layers of an onion, isn't there? Each papery skin reveals another layer beneath until you reach the crisp white heart at its center. This simple act, performed in kitchens around the world every single day, connects us to thousands of years of human history and healing wisdom. The humble onion has been more than just a cooking ingredient throughout time. It has been a medicine, a symbol, and sometimes even a form of currency. Today, we'll explore the remarkable story of this everyday vegetable and discover why our ancestors held it in such high regard. Wisdom that modern science is now confirming in fascinating ways. Our journey begins in ancient Egypt, where onions were considered so valuable. They were used to pay workers who built the pyramids. The Egyptians didn't just value onions for their flavor, they believed these layered bulbs represented eternal life. The circular rings within an onion reminded them of the cycles of life and death, and they often placed onions in the hands of mummies to ensure safe passage to the afterlife. Archaeological evidence shows that onions were even painted on the walls of pharaohs' tombs, a testament to their sacred importance. The ancient Greeks and Romans continued this reverence for onions, but they focused more on their practical healing properties. Greek athletes would consume large quantities of onions before competitions, believing they would strengthen their blood and enhance their performance. Roman gladiators rubbed onion juice on their muscles, convinced it would firm and tone their bodies for battle. These weren't mere superstitions. These ancient peoples were observing real effects that we're only now beginning to understand through modern research. In medieval Europe, onions became known as one of the most reliable remedies in the healer's garden. Monasteries cultivated them carefully, and wise women in villages passed down knowledge of their uses from generation to generation. During the terrible plague years, people would carry onions in their pockets or hang them in their homes, believing they would ward off disease. While we now know that infectious diseases aren't prevented quite so simply, there was actually some wisdom in this practice. Onions do have genuine antimicrobial properties that can help purify the air and support overall health. The science behind onions' healing properties centers on compounds called organosulfur compounds, the same substances that make us cry when we chop them. These compounds, particularly one called quercetin, are powerful antioxidants that help protect our cells from damage. When we cut into an onion, these compounds are released and react with the moisture in our eyes, creating that familiar stinging sensation. But inside our bodies, these same compounds work as gentle protectors and healers. Modern research has revealed that onions can indeed support our health in remarkable ways. They contain natural compounds that may help reduce inflammation throughout the body, support heart health by helping to maintain healthy cholesterol levels, and even provide some protection against certain types of cellular damage. The quercetin in onions is particularly noteworthy. It's the same beneficial compound found in red wine and green tea, substances often praised for their health-supporting properties. Perhaps most fascinating is the research suggesting that onions may help support our body's natural blood sugar balance. The sulfur compounds in onions appear to work alongside our body's own systems to help maintain steady energy levels throughout the day. This may explain why traditional cuisines around the world have long-paired onions with hearty, satisfying meals. Our ancestors may have instinctively understood something that science is now proving. The different varieties of onions offer their own unique benefits. Yellow onions, the most common type, contain the highest levels of antioxidants. Red onions provide additional compounds called anthocyanins, the same beneficial substances that give berries their deep colors. Sweet onions, while milder in flavor, still contain many of the same healing compounds, just in gentler concentrations. Even green onions or scallions offer their own nutritional gifts, providing fresh vitamins and minerals that support overall wellness. In many traditional healing systems around the world, onions have been used to soothe respiratory discomfort. A warm onion poultice applied to the chest was a common remedy for congestion, and onion syrup, made by layering sliced onions with honey, was given to ease throat irritation. While these folk remedies shouldn't replace modern medical care, there's actually scientific support for their effectiveness. The antimicrobial compounds in onions, combined with their natural ability to help thin mucus, can indeed provide some comfort during times of respiratory distress. The biblical tradition also honors the onion's place in human nourishment. When the Israelites wandered in the wilderness, they longed for the foods of Egypt, including onions, garlic, and leeks. This wasn't simply about missing familiar flavors. These foods provided essential nutrients and natural medicines that supported health during difficult times. The wisdom of including these healing foods in their diet was part of a larger understanding of food as medicine, a concept that remains relevant today. Growing onions in your own garden connects you to this ancient tradition while providing fresh, potent nutrition right from your soil. Onions are remarkably easy to grow and store well through winter months, making them practical as well as beneficial. There's something deeply satisfying about harvesting onions you've grown yourself, braiding their stems together, and hanging them in a cool, dry place. A practice that connects us directly to generations of gardeners who understood the value of preserving nature's medicine. Even the simple act of cooking with onions can be a form of daily wellness practice. The slow caramelization of onions in a pan releases their natural sugars and concentrates their beneficial compounds. The aroma that fills your kitchen isn't just pleasant, it's actually a sign that healing compounds are being activated and prepared for your body's use. As we peel back the layers of the onion story, we find a vegetable that has quietly supported human health and nourishment for thousands of years. From ancient Egyptian tombs to modern research laboratories, the onion continues to reveal its secrets. Perhaps there's wisdom in approaching our daily meals with the same reverence our ancestors felt for these simple, powerful foods, recognizing that sometimes the most ordinary things in our lives hold the most extraordinary gifts.
Thanks for tuning in to Timeless Talk. Until next time, stay well.